All right, welcome back to another episode of Two Americans Watching Footy. Today we're watching our Liverpool boys take on Real Madrid in the Champions League final.
And the refs.
It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Memorial Day weekend and Saturday Memorial Day weekend. This is the first game we've gotten a chance to watch. That isn't 10 o'clock in the morning, so we don't have breakfast with us. Today we have our beer of choice, Prost. Today's beer of choice is Lion and Kugel's Summer Shandy. It's a delicious summer lager that's a borderline ale and a little hint of lemon. We both kind of are in agreement that unfortunately, and we're probably bad Liverpool fans in this matter, we both agree that Liverpool really is the underdog here.
Yeah, 11 versus 16, it's hard to come back from.
11 versus 16?
They have five
officials. Jesus, you salty dog. Well, I mean, I think honestly that Real Madrid is just on paper the better team. End of story. Liverpool has major liabilities, especially on the right side of their defense.
Yeah.
Do you see Lovren starting?
Lovren is starting, Trent Alexander-Arnold is starting. Trent has been inconsistent, but he's been good when he's played recently. He's 19, so that could be exposed, especially in the same side as the biggest liability, Dejan Lovren.
All right, bottom line. I say final score 3-1 Madrid. With an obligatory goal from either Mane or Salah or from either.
Yeah, I was going to say 3-2 with a finalizing penalty off of Ronaldo after the 85th minute.
Now, I don't know what the hell this pregame crap is. There's some lady in next to nothing who is supposedly singing. Yeah, so as long as we don't get, oh my God. I don't know
they're not doing
the game today.
They're not doing it.
But I swear to God, if Fox was dumb enough to put Joe Buck on this mess, it would be the worst broadcast.
We'd have to mute it.
We would have to mute this. And unfortunately, that would mean you folks at home that are watching this are going to have no idea how far we are in the game. There is auto-tune on a live show. This is terrible. Although I wouldn't mind grabbing her ass.
This match could honestly end 5-4.
Yeah, I don't see it because Real Madrid actually has a viable defense. Now I realize
they've got
their
Sergio
weakness.
Ramos.
I realize that is absolutely their weakness.
Right, but they've got Sergio Ramos. Liverpool is Virgil van Dijk. They're pretty equal to me.
Frankly, the only way I see Liverpool winning this game
is by scoring 7.
Well, you said scoring 7, but you gotta play your whole team high. Anyway, if Real sends the ball back to the keeper, Salah, Firmino, Mane, they gotta chase the ball.
I think Robertson, for the money, is the best signing across any team this season. Because he's been fantastic. He's locked down that left side. He's replaced Alberto Moreno, who's an absolute liability on defense.
Yeah,
and has secured that side with Van Dijk.
Now we were talking about before the game started, before we started rolling tape, that Moreno should be on the bench. He should absolutely be in today's roster because moving forward, Moreno is significantly better than Robertson. And
he's the better shot.
If it's a Champions League final, if you're down 1-0 with 3 minutes to go and you got to get a goal, you put in Moreno. All right, kickoff. That would have been awesome to have.
That was that high press that we were talking about.
And goes to ground.
And goes to the ground on a ball that was won by Lovren.
Salah should just put this to his left and shoot.
He should have shot with his right. He's not really ball that bad shooting with his right foot.
Yeah, but he had a clear lane on his left.
True. Because he could have crossed up at that defender.
Oh yeah, and he didn't need to cross it up because the ball was basically set to go to his left.
Like, my blood pressure is definitely at an unhealthy level at this point.
And about 3% of that is this game.
Haha. Oh!
How about that?
Wow.
Wow. Salah got
a whistle.
Salah got a whistle.
Hey, pros.
Oh, this is a goal. Oh, that's why I love Karius.
He's so aggressive.
He's so aggressive. Right? What's his face?
Mignolet?
That's a goal for Mignolet because Mignolet would not have come out of the box.
No, he's too safe. He plays back too much, and that does not fit the style of his team.
Yep. Style of a team who is going to have defensive fuck-ups like that.
Yeah. Oh, get there! Oh, clean it Good defense.
Great ball from Hendo.
That was a fantastic feed.
Great chip. Come on, Trent!
Oh! Navas got there.
Would have been a great time for your first goal, Trent.
Second.
Come on, Bobby.
Oh!
Salah's gonna clean that up.
Come on, get there! Oh! Nice save by Navas.
Mane was making a dead set on goal.
If Navas didn't cut off that cross, that was a goal for Mane.
That was a no doubt goal for Mane. That was not a bad cross from Arnold.
No, it wasn't. Double up Ronaldo.
Oh! Fucking gives it away.
Through the first 14 minutes, I think Liverpool's been the better team.
Well, they just have had like all of the possession.
This is true. Again, this is only through 14 minutes. This is a 90-minute game. There's still 76 left.
How many times have Mane, Firmino, Salah played straight through?
Twice.
Yeah, so that could wind up being long-term to their detriment, which is a huge part of why I disagreed with making those decisions earlier this season. You know? You're in the Champions League. If you have a chance to get to the final, make sure that these guys are, you know,
full.
Oh, no. That's a giveaway. Oh,
that's bad. And Robertson got pulled out of position to try to get that ball. Get there. Gotta get there, Van Dijk. We got lucky that Ronaldo missed.
Yeah.
Just waiting for his first snip of the ball, wasn't he? Cristiano Ronaldo.
There you go. Settle.
All right,
settle.
transition. Oh, Salah's got the run. Salah's got the run. Do it, Salah.
Send. You,
guys.
Mane just did too much possession with it.
Yeah, if he gives that to Salah, Salah makes the run, and then Firmino is open in the middle.
Yep.
You're right, man. Marcelo loves to come forward.
Dude, I'm telling you, Marcelo plays forward a lot. He's a very good defender. It's just, in the game plan, when he plays forward so much, they can let up a lot of goals. Granted, he is also a very good feeder for scoring goals, and he's a pretty good scorer. But
that to me says Liverpool's midfield on that side has to be aware, because if their offensive players steal the ball away, then you gotta get forward.
Yeah.
Because Marcelo's like, if Marcelo's on our
well,
side,
you know who's
of
on
the
that
pitch,
side, right? Salah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if Marcelo's on our side of the pitch, you know, and you know one of their other defensive players cross field fucks up, you as that midfield player on that right side, you gotta get forward. You gotta get forward. Because
And I believe that's Genie.
yeah, well, we're Americans, so we're not Wijnaldum.
Oh, is that what they call Cristiano when he doesn't get the call his way?
No, it's because of Eric Ronaldo, the American soccer player.
I know.
Yeah,
he was quite bad this year.
Get in! Come on, Trent! Oh!
What a save by
Great save by Navas.
Another terrific bit of build-up here from Liverpool.
Onside.
James Milner doing the work on that left side.
Oh, if Firmino could have controlled it.
Firmino who can't get it off initially, and look at this save.
Oh, what a save.
Dude, was that a double nutmeg from Trent?
That was the initial one.
I think it was just a single nutmeg.
Then gets across. And
Man.
Keylor Navas, who sees
Went around Marcelo. So that was a nutmeg
take it in.
that almost went by Navas. Almost.
Go back to your last question.
Yeah, I don't get why they don't have ball boys and extra balls in the Premier League. It's the only league where they do that.
Yeah. So if the home team wants to time waste, they'll just play volleyball.
Yeah, they'll say Liverpool will turn around, send it 70 yards into the cop,
Yup.
and then they'll play volleyball with the ball for 20 minutes while we sit on our ass and watch
Nothing.
football.
Nothing. Well, we watched the clock tick down.
Yep. I'm out. Ooh.
Oh, call that!
Armbar!
That was an armbar!
Jesus!
Let's go. Chase back towards his own goal. Can they win it?
Handball because he dove on the ball. This is not a foul.
Salah got ripped to the ground by Isco. And he might even pulled his fucking shoulder out with how hard he pulled him.
I mean, this is borderline red card offense.
Look at this.
good challenge from
Look at that!
No, it's not a good challenge.
No, it's not. His arm is wrapped around Salah's, and he pulls him to the ground.
This is the takedown that we're talking about. It's called an arm bar, and then what you do is you pull the arm on a Russian style. So that,
Yeah, and you can dislocate the shoulder right here.
yeah, because when this part of the body hits the ground, the rest of the arm continues while the body doesn't.
Right. And now Salah's on the ground because of this, and there's
Yeah,
no
and
foul.
calling out trainers. There's no foul at all. This is what we keep talking about. How it takes a two-armed deliberate injury foul. Like clearly that player was looking to injure Salah on this.
Yeah.
And nothing. No foul at all.
34 different games.
This is what it takes for Liverpool.
Yeah, and there's still a free kick in Madrid's way.
I mean, look at this. The play is long over, and then
And he
Ramos,
still has his arm.
yeah.
Is that Ramos?
Oh yeah,
And so Ramos just fucking takes him out.
yeah.
He had his teammate there had the ball. There's no
Plays
reason to
over
take
right
him
there.
down.
Why does he still have his arm wrapped around him?
Isco had the ball. There's no reason for Ramos to take him down. That should have been a yellow.
That should have been a yellow.
And there was nothing called his way.
The play was long over. So it looks like Salah's going to have to come off for the game. We're 28 minutes, we're in the 29th minute, and it looks like Salah's coming off.
Yeah, this
So,
sucks.
dear referee, when you see somebody give what is called in wrestling a Russian, in other combat sports it's called an armbar, long after the play is dead, this is the type of injury that results. FIFA, if you don't tell your referees to get this out of the game, these injuries are going to
Look at
happen
his face. He's in a lot of pain.
constantly. And I would be wholly in support of every Liverpool player
Walking off.
either walking off the field because this was an obvious, at least yellow card, if not straight red. Obvious case of this. 10 yards from the referee and there's no call. And this is what Liverpool has had to go through all season. All
They're putting
season,
on a line.
especially in the Champions League. You lose one of the best players in the world
You know that-
to a deliberate injury.
Liverpool scored 40 goals in this Champions League campaign. You know how many penalties they had? Zero.
Zero
They had fucking
penalties.
zero penalties.
How do you score 40 goals and get 0 penalties? When you spend that much time in your opponent's box, it is so unlikely for you to not get any fouls in that box.
Yeah, no, this is complete and utter crap.
FIFA, you should be ashamed of yourself.
This is UEFA Madrid.
Yeah, this is UEFA Madrid.
They fucking mauled him. Twice.
Oh yeah.
Nothing.
Oh yeah, and I would wholly be in support of Liverpool either walking off the field right now or seriously injuring on purpose every player on Madrid until they're out of players.
An all-out brawl. I'm okay with this.
Seriously and deliberately
Or
injuring
referees.
No, I don't know. No, I want UEFA to see what happens when you're playing 4-on-4 football. I am almost remiss to watch the rest of this game.
I really don't even care anymore.
Yeah. If I was teaching a martial arts class, right? If I was teaching wrestling, and I am qualified absolutely to do this, this is called a one-armed armbar.
Yeah.
In wrestling, it's called a Russian. Like typically, you go from cross-body wrist control, and then you come to the side to do your Russian.
Right,
However,
but the difference was this.
yeah,
that was the difference.
So Russian is when you So there's different ways to do the Russian. You can do the Russian with the hand under. You can do the Russian with the hand over. Sometimes you're not in a good position to get both hands on here, so you would do a one-armed Russian or an arm bar. So that's where your Chris's elbow is pinned up against my chest. I have wrist control, and I'm using my elbow on the meat of his bicep here, and then I'm turning him to the ground. And the result is, on a pitch like this, when you're moving, 15 miles an hour,
Or like they clocked at
his
33 kilometers an
His
hour.
chest is going to hit the ground and stop. His arm is going to come across my body as I'm turning and continue. This is what causes these shoulder injuries. Oh my God! Overhit it.
A little heavy for me.
I would have been so happy for this game to end 1-0 with a Lana scoring. What? The other way? He jumped over Mane.
They tried to get the ball. That should have been a no whistle.
Come on, Mane.
Come on, get there.
Barely.
So
Take
barely.
it. We'll take it.
You gotta wait for help.
Mane.
Get some help. Oh, bad cross.
The midfield is playing a weird
Number
stuff.
3. I might have to have to pick me up.
It would be very reminiscent of drunk movie nights if the two of us were calling Caitlin at like 5 in the afternoon. Caitlin,
Wrong.
we're too broke to drive.
I mean, we have a 12-pack, and we're lightweights now because we don't drink that much anymore.
Well, it used to be when we were doing our drunk movie nights that we would. How did it work? We would go to
we go to Applebee's.
We'd go to Applebee's and get a couple drinks there.
We'd get a beer and a margarita,
Yep. And then
which
we
was mediocre margarita. Ugh.
yeah, they weren't very.
We had a 40 in the car.
We drank a 40 while screaming Sublime in the car.
Yeah.
And then once we were done, we were all like we
would have a
down
370. There it is. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh my
Offside!
god! Oh my god!
Who was offside?
Great save by Karius. This is incredible if they really were offside.
Oh, he's offside!
For the
Yes! Oh my god, what? And he would have been offside from the shot.
And he was offside from the shot anyways.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
Wow! That'll make you want to get fucking drunk.
Oh man.
I don't know if I care to have the VAR though. I mean,
I
like the goal line technology, but
like having a goal line referee.
yeah, only so that you can get those cases where the ball like bends in the goal, and it's like totally impossible to see unless you're right there. Goal.
Oh wow.
Just
Karius was there.
Yep.
Yeah, without Salah on the pitch, this Liverpool
This
team
whole
is.
team is different. The whole team.
Yeah.
No. This is the inherent problem to VAR. If you just take the approach as a referee, I'm going to make the call that I think is the right call no matter what. You're going to blow some calls, and there are going to be some blown calls that aren't reviewable by VAR, by rule.
Which I'm okay with.
That's tough luck. The problem is that when you establish VAR, you essentially establish the precedent that you don't care what it takes to get the right call, you want to get the right call. That's going to lead to a lot of obviously blown initial calls. Kind of like in the NFL where if they're unsure if it's a touchdown or not, they're just going to call a touchdown so it can go to the booth.
Which I don't like.
I hate that. Make the right call
The
live
first
by it,
time.
and live by
And
it.
stand by your call.
Yep.
But screaming and yelling at Sergio Ramos, I just don't get it. It's a physical game. They felt
No, it's not supposed to be a physical game. This is a non-contact sport.
Okay, so Alexi Lawless, by that logic,
player from Boone.
if I took off my cleats
the game because of
and
injuries.
beat somebody, bludgeoned somebody to the death, well, it's a contact sport.
Well,
It's a physical game.
It's a physical game,
any player.
right? Why aren't players allowed to wield machetes? Alexi Lawless answered that question. It's a contact sport. It's a physical sport. Why are they not allowed to wield machetes? Sunday was our recovery day.
Yeah, and I didn't really drink. I usually had like 1 or 2 in the morning just to like get me through my hangover.
Okay, so this is college for me. Ready? Monday night was training night, so we got smashed. Tuesday night was 2 for night at the stadium, so we got smashed. Wednesday night was asshole night, so we got smashed. Thursday night was 2 for 1 bowling night, so we went to the bowling alley and got smashed.
Yeah?
And then Friday and Saturday night we were smashed.
Because it's Friday and Saturday night. For me, it was Monday night poker, so we were smashed. Tuesday night, 2 for Michael's, so we were smashed. Wednesday night, weed night, because that's when our guy came by. We just, burned a crap ton. Thursday night was the beer and bowl over down at Brookfield Lanes. So we got smashed. And then Friday and Saturday night, we got smashed because it's Friday and Saturday night and we're,
Yeah, I forgot actually Tuesday
20-year-olds in college.
was really more 2 for Tuesdays on wing nights, so you could get an entire pitcher of Moosehead for $4.50.
Right.
So we would order, the 3 of us would go to Belmar and order 3 pitchers of Moosehead. And
Yeah, well-
and it wasn't 2 for Tuesdays, it was 10-cent Tuesday. So you could get 10 cent, you could get one wing for 10 cents. So what you would do is you would order
One
17 wings for $1.70
And just get
and then
10.
get 10.
Try and free up the skill a little bit in the midfield. I think that
Marcelo back for Ronaldo. The return behind Ramos.
Goal. That's got to be a goal.
Oh my god, on the crossbar!
that was the chance.
How
Holy
incredibly
shit.
lucky! Yeah, you know what though, Chris? The reason that's not him go over him instead of around him.
Yeah.
Well done, Carius.
I think the only chance that they have is to get a foul outside the box and to score off of Milner.
Yeah, I think.
Because they're not going to get a penalty.
Yeah, and then they're just not. There's nothing going on moving forward anymore now that Salah's out of the game. So, like, in the run of play, it's not going to happen.
Offside.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
You have got to be kidding me.
He was offside first off.
Was it still a Carey's grab, or is Kareem Benzema in the most unlikely way you can imagine scoring the opening goal?
Did he? I think he kicked it out of his hand.
I don't know, man. This is close. This is really close. If that's
First off, he should have been offside.
first things first.
He was offside.
No, hold on. First things first. You are not allowed to obstruct the goal. Clearly, he was obstructing the goal.
Yeah.
He stuck his foot
Yeah,
out
this should be
to
nothing.
obstruct the goal.
No, that should be a free kick.
That should be an indirect kick the other direction.
Yeah.
You clearly cannot obstruct the goal.
And that's what Carey's is saying. He's like, he's within this of me. Like, he's within... First off, he's offside right...
Oh, he's offside.
He's offside.
Now the referee lets it go.
Oh my God!
He
He
doesn't
can't
have it.
obstruct the goalie. He clearly is doing that.
He just gives up on it and just throws his right leg out. What is Carey's thinking?
He's thinking that he is the keeper by rule and by definition.
He's within 3 feet of him. He's within an
And he
arm's length.
sticks his leg out for it. The keeper is always allowed to get the ball away from his hands. To do otherwise is to obstruct the keeper, which by rule, I mean, that's like the very definition of why that rule exists.
For Liverpool, that is a gut punch.
No, it's not. Yeah, by the fucking ref.
Goalkeeper make that.
It's a gut punch by the fucking ref. I walk off.
I would walk off the field for sure, because here's the situation.
Or
If Sergio Ramos had done that while he was punting the ball, while he's punting the ball, that's the same thing. You're not allowed to obstruct the keeper from his hand. The only time that you're allowed to get involved is when the keeper puts the ball on the ground. And then once it has gotten to the ground, you can obstruct
What?
it. This is a load of horse shit.
Did I not tell you the referees would decide this game?
Oh yeah. I didn't believe it, but this is absolutely true.
I know we're playing with the refs a lot, but like...
Front of the Liverpool supporters now in this half. Lover rising up.
Yes!
That's
a goal! That's a fucking goal!
Fucking damn well better be a goal.
Yes!
Hold on.
They put it up there. They ruled it a goal.
All right. Real can suck my fucking nuts. Fuck yeah. I love that celebration. So we said it that when Liverpool score, we totally would be okay with whoever scores. Now that
He's outside!
He's outside!
And he gets it!
So we said before that with Salah off, if Liverpool scores,
They better be praying, like,
yeah,
it'd be really cool.
And we thought it'd be really cool if the goal scorer, which turned south and bow south, and that's exactly what Mane did. I love this.
Look at this. He does the arms out.
Well, like, basically everybody does that,
Yeah. Does the little jump and then goes down.
just like Salah.
Yup.
Ball don't lie.
That was a
I love all the Facebook posts about bringing the red back to Kiev.
You saw it?
The last time that the Liverpool was in a Champions League final, it did go to penalties.
Right.
And Steven Gerrard did not take a penalty. So the idea was that if you needed him to score in the fifth frame, you'd have a basically guaranteed goal.
Wow, look at that. 10-10-10.
I disagree entirely with that style. So if it does wind up going to penalties, and I don't think it will, I think Real will still score another two. If this does go to penalties, Milner's shooting first.
Definitely. You got to get the first goal in.
Got to get that freebie. Milner's shooting first.
Away from 4 red shirts. Nacho's cross. He's going to deck. Carey.
Well done, Karius.
I told you, I think you're underrating Karius. I think he really is a vast improvement on this team.
Here he
Oh, here comes
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
5 goals in his last 5 in all competitions.
I'm Batman. I'm Batman. I'm Batman. Christian Bale. Gareth Bale. I'm Batman. I would have a hard time watching a game if Liverpool was down 6-0.
I wouldn't have watched it. I would have turned it off. Or I would have just left. I mean,
At that point,
6-0, you don't.
At that point,
you're not coming back.
At that point, you're watching a tortured baby get murdered. Happen.
Cross from hand.
Wow.
Are you serious?
That was beautiful.
Just on the pitch. One of the best goals you'll ever see in a Champions League final. Has given Real Madrid the lead once again.
All right. I guess he's Batman.
Yeah. I mean, first off, who the hell was supposed to be guarding him?
Yeah.
Is that Lovren again?
Take a bow.
Because Van Dijk is on Isco. Yep, that's a Lovren mistake
That's a
again.
lover mistake again.
Again.
5 minutes.
This is how it's gonna. I think this is how it's gonna end.
Yeah, probably is
Something
2-1.
we did not expect.
2-1.
I mean, the other thing too here is that I don't know if Real is likely to do this, but a lot of teams do this against Liverpool. You take the lead, you park the bus.
That doesn't fit Madrid's style, though.
It doesn't, but
Especially when they.
how many
especially when Carvajal's
times?
out.
How many times has Liverpool gone down by 1 goal, and then the opposite team has just parked the bus?
I mean, Man
Damn
U,
near every Man U, Swansea, Spurs, Chelsea every single time they play.
Yup.
For Ronaldo.
Any team Jose Mourinho coaches.
Across for Nacho.
Especially that Chelsea team.
Get in there, Ramos.
Oh, Ramos almost scored an own goal.
From the last corner, Ramos now has an issue with his leg.
I rarely ever wish injury on a player. I hope this is a torn Achilles. Fuck you, Sergio Ramos.
Yeah. There's only one player I've ever wished injury upon.
To Mane to the back.
You know who that is?
No, I don't.
Chase fucking Utley.
Oh, well, totally different sport, yeah.
Support from Sadio Mane.
Oh my God! Off the goddamn post!
I'm so surprised. Did you see the look at Ronaldo's face? He was like, should I dive? Should I dive?
Yeah, I know, right?
Ronaldo gives it to
Because you don't want to players touch.
Handball! Handball!
Second attempt and Ramos had to be alert. Flag was up on the line anyway.
I don't know.
That looked like a
I don't know
handball.
if I call this a handball, but if it was Liverpool in the box, again, if this is James Milner,
That's a handball at that
that's
James Miller.
first things first. That is the James Milner handball.
Yeah.
Goal.
Samir the other way for Ronaldo. What a block.
Oh, Robertson!
Yes.
Whoa! All right, Robertson. What a stop!
What a free kick. We were just trying to get rid of it, prevent Liverpool
My
from.
God, he like farted on him. That was a dive.
Dive. Madrid is just holding the ball. They're really parking the bus.
They're not parking the bus, they're just playing possession.
Yeah.
I have no problem with teams playing possession. I have every problem with teams parking buses. Because then you're not even playing possession.
You're not playing.
Yeah, you're not playing.
You're just saying we're not going to score.
Yeah. We're going to be foosball players lined up, you know, on a steel rod, and we're not going to move forward or back.
Benzema lining it up. Karius.
Well done, Karius.
Third save for Loris Karius.
Simulation.
Simulation. This is who'd be a card the other way.
Bale tries, look for distance.
What?
Couldn't keep it out. It's a nightmare evening for Loris Karius. It is a dream.
No, it's a nightmare evening for Liverpool because the
Yeah.
refs won't call fucking shit for him. The game's over 3-1. You called it. What is Karius doing there?
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened here because like this is right at him. I don't know why this isn't just a chest catch.
This game's over.
Oh, wants one for himself tonight. Alexander-Arnold cut off.
I mean, not having Mohamed Salah just killed this team.
Oh, it does. And not having a head referee in your
In your pocket.
that has to be.
Thank you. Finally.
Christ.
It takes a 5-second late slide.
The ball is 1, 2, 3 out of bounds. It's out of bounds for this long. 1, 2, 3, and then Marcelo comes and cleats up, and that's what it takes to get a call.
Yeah, and that's not even a yellow. That should have been a yellow.
That's really, if he's keeping consistent standard, that's a yellow.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. You keep consistent
If
standard.
Mane's was a yellow, first things first, everything's a yellow. Yeah, so people who are saying, well, it can be done, it happened before. Yes, but it was a miracle. And we're asking them to pull off
A
another
second
miracle.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Right foot at the right place at the right time.
No! He had his right.
He had
left foot.
obstruction.
He had obstruction of goalie. See, now if Liverpool does the same thing every time Snadas does that, if Liverpool does the exact same thing,
There's reds.
first things, red cards. Second things, if they're not going to give any penalties for it, well, of course Liverpool are scoring every single time you do that. Everyone is scoring when you do that.
Fans on the field. Stewards are on the field. The whistle goes.
Finn went on the field.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's an embarrassment.
That is an embarrassment to the Champions League.
I'm sorry, dude.
Wow. I bet you anything, it was a fucking Liverpool player trying to take out Cristiano Ronaldo.
Mm-hmm. That was
3 consecutive years. First team since 1976 to do it. Real Madrid.
Well,
UEFA Madrid won.
For a third
homie,
straight
eating
year.
without that shit, it would have been too long.
It did. Salah.
Yeah. Whatever.
Liverpool still did better than anyone expected.
Alright, so this has been Mike and Chris from the Captain Phoenix channel. Just finished the Champions League final, signing off.